Yeah, 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 yeah.
Skip it. And
we talk about it.
Crimes, man.
True crime.
Crimes.
Petty crime.
That take on the essence of
Florida.
Not so nefarious criminals.
That was kind of a bit much right there, but
That's just messed up.
you messed up.
Let's see what we got cooking.
I get it.
Hey, where?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Girl, you don't even want me to get into it.
What do you mean? Are we doing something?
No. It's holiday season. It's busy season. We're all busy.
It's not so nefarious Christmas.
Oh. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it is a busy season. Hey, today's National Day. There's quite a few of them. So there's
give them to me.
Yeah, there's International Universal Health Coverage Day, which is a joke, and then International Day of Neutrality, which should not be a joke, but I'm going to save my favorite one for the last. But anyways, National Ambrosia Day, which not a lot of people will agree with. National Poinsettia Day for some reason. I can't imagine why. It's not like Christmas.
Did you know that cats they're not poisonous to cats? That's all like an old wives' tale.
Maybe somebody really hated cats and was like, let's put some poinsettias around here and just make some excuses.
Yeah, I just learned that. I had no idea. I never had a poinsettia because I always hate cat.
People hate cats for some reason. I can't imagine why. I mean, I have 3 cats, and I'm not a fan of cats, but I've got 3 of them.
Girl, and then I wasn't home all day today, and my cat would not let me put her down. Like, I had to, make my drink and, everything while holding her. Oh, it's like having another child.
Yeah, I get that. And then the last National Day, are you ready for this one?
Yes, please.
It's National...
Oh, no.
It's National Ding-a-ling Day.
Okay. Are you talking about, dicks? Or are you talking about, the chocolatey goodness?
That's a ding-dong.
Oh.
I mean, same thing. Ding-dong, dick. I don't...
So are we talking about...
log,
penises?
I don't know where your
mind
is.
National Penis Day? What is a ding-a-ling?
Ding-a-ling with bell.
Oh. That thought never crossed my mind.
I know what's crossed your mind, girl.
My mind went to penis and chocolate. Apparently.
Hey, speaking of dick, Amanda.
We are being dicks right now, aren't we?
Yeah, such a dick. It's your fault. You're a dick.
You make me say that word too much.
So we I guess we have a guest too.
We have 2 guests.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, I've never been treated so poorly, honestly.
Sorry. More dicks.
One might even say a ding-a-ling.
A ding dong. Even a yule log.
Log, even.
Hey, we've got the crime Dinah. I had to do that. I'm sorry.
You know what? I appreciate the effort. I really do. Yeah.
I'm not even going to try.
No, we have the Crime Diner podcast joining us on Not So Nefarious Criminals tonight. So welcome, Cindy and Dana, to our shit show. Please,
that's not right.
Yeah, it's been a shit show. Please tell all 2 of our listeners what your podcast is about.
We're about as ridiculous as you guys are, I think. We have mostly a true crime podcast, but we also outsource to our amateur chef, Cindy, who matches our themes with a theme for a food. So she cooks us dinner, she cooks us dessert, she makes us a cocktail, and really it's just a dinner with friends themed podcast, essentially.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed that recently y'all put a pie up there, and although it was not chess pie, it was
not chess pie. It was that buttermilk pie.
Yeah.
I hate buttermilk, but I love a buttermilk pie.
And that was the first time I had that specifically, and it was we made like buttermilk tarts or something early on in the podcast, but the buttermilk pie was actually really surprisingly good.
Nice.
Have you guys ever made a water pie?
Water?
No.
Okay, I'll have to find a recipe and send it to you guys because it's like really, really, really good.
What the fuck is water pie? That is not.
That sounds like some keto type shit that I'm not interested in.
Okay, I can't look it up right now because I already have my story up. But I will find it and I will send it because it was.
Is it like?
I don't even know if that's what it's called, but it's like mainly just like water and sugar.
Have you heard of that like gel cake?
Okay, so there's a peppermint gel one right now that's like when you cut it, it's clear.
Yeah,
and it looks like clear gelatin, but it's a pie. Oh my! It looks so weird.
They all sound like the stuff of my nightmares, actually.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a hard no. Probably.
Yes.
I'm gonna say a hard no now, but then again, I have done some things that I never thought I would do for this podcast. So I have made some stuff.
Yeah,
I'll make anything once. I'll try anything.
of course, yeah.
Well, I don't do seafood at all, and yet these bitches haven't gotten seafood from my kitchen
2 whole times.
My husband smoked a salmon tonight. It was really good.
That sounds delicious.
Okay, now I want sushi, and I can't. See, yesterday Amanda hits me up, and I'm like, man, she was talking about how she was at her mom's baking, and I'm just sitting here like, now I want a carb load on like bagels and cookies, and she's like, I've got cookies and caramels here, and I'm like, bitch.
And I make Christmas crack.
Yeah, I love Christmas crack.
Now, the bagels, I've got to tell you, bagels from Jersey or New York are nothing like the bagels that you guys get out there where you're at. I mean,
I love to get it. That's one of my number one stops when I go to New York is to get a bagel.
I've never been. I've been wanting to go like up, like north forever, and I have never gone up north, and I so badly want to. I just feel like New York or New Jersey really would be like my kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I am not really Texan. I am, but I'm not really supposed to be here. So,
Okay.
I think we all say that though here.
I don't know. I tried to move to Tulsa to get away from this place.
Okay,
and
well, Tulsa's not anymore. Texas.
No, he's not. That does not feel like the right move.
yeah, I was kind of out of the fire and into the flame, as it were.
Yeah, Tulsa feels like the wrong move.
Yeah.
Yes, that's worse.
I got there and I was like, man, fuck Texas. And then I get there and I'm like, I really want to just go back to Texas.
Never mind, I'm sorry.
I have never, ever wanted to go to Texas. And with the way things are going now politically, I'm like, I am definitely never going to Texas.
Don't. I'm trying to escape.
It's funny because I always tell people, like, when they're talking about like certain things that are going on, like certain like there's a flu going on or there's a stomach bug, and I'm like, we have Greg Abbott, so you
Stop complaining.
no. Recently, I was talking. I'm going to bring up some period stuff, y'all. I'm sorry, and then I promise we'll get right to our shit. But like, no, I was telling Shay, her niece, about how like I felt like my uterus was falling out of my body and trying to run away from me and go hitchhiking. And she was like, yeah, I feel the same way. And I was like, yeah, but since we're in Texas, I think Greg Abbott would try to pick it up and save it.
But y'all did boo Ted Cruz for like 3 miles during a parade a couple of weeks back, which I like really, like, my whole heart. I thought that was impressive.
Oh man.
If it's one person we hate almost more than Greg Abbott, it's Ted Cruz.
I actually felt really bad because his like 3 kids were on the float and they were just like and they moved them for like 3 miles. Like, it's just this like consistent boo. I'm like, damn, Texas hates y'all.
I bet
It was horrible. His daughter just stabbed herself.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she tried to.
Yeah, I don't blame her. That sucks.
Yeah,
Man,
She got dealt with a shitty hand, man.
she did, and I feel so bad because I mean those kids weren't. That's not their choice.
Yeah. Imagine if your dad was Ted Cruz. My God.
Yeah, it's
I've got enough
horrible.
problems. I don't want to imagine it.
I feel so sorry for the girl.
Oh, man. Well, this is supposed to be a palate cleanser podcast.
I know.
Sorry about it.
Getting all into Texas politics, that's going to sour our moods.
Before we go on, I actually wanted to ask both of you guys, since y'all are on here, because for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, like when we do these episodes, they always accidentally theme around either dicks or food.
Always.
So since y'all are here, and Amanda is a baker, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, this will be the perfect podcast to get on here with us, because Amanda is a baker. So what is y'all's favorite food that y'all have covered, each of y'all, that y'all have covered on your podcast?
Favorite food that we all I think, like, by a mile, Cindy made this like cone shaped, I don't even know what the fuck you would call it, but it was like a cone, and it had like strawberry. You ever eat those like strawberry eclairs, like when you're a little kid? It was covered in that strawberry eclair dust, and it was like stuffed with cheesecake, or like a cheesecake like filling, and that was probably like one of my favorite things ever that we had on the podcast.
I'm out.
Sounds really good.
You think has been like from that? We're like, but was it as good as that strawberry thing? And like, no, it wasn't as good as that. That was the best thing.
It really was. I remember that.
Yeah, there's so many things that I've made. I want to go with the strawberry tres leche. That was similar. That had the similar coating as that. And I didn't make it as wet as I would normally make it, like, because you saw.
That's what she said. Sorry, I saw my end.
Wow. I suddenly can't hear anything.
But that's why, I for Dana's sake, I
have texture issues. I think I'm a little, I got texture issues. So like moist cakes and gelatins and such are not my jam. But
I'm kind of there. Except I like gummy bears, but
Yeah, I like a gummy bear. I'll give you a good gummy bear. Damn, I haven't had a gummy bear in a while.
Have you ever had like the Haribo or Haribo? I don't know how to say it, but the twin
Haribo.
snakes. Oh, I love those things.
Yeah.
I can eat like 15
I like
bags of
those too.
those in one sitting.
Haribo's fantastic, but Black Forest is better for soaking in liquor.
Man, I don't drink.
Be careful if you eat too many of them Haribo gummy bears, because if you like read the Amazon reviews about them, it's like
the sugar-free ones.
Yeah, everybody's like saying how they shit their brains out because they eat them.
See, I remember reading those, and I always tell people, don't fuck with me, because if I know your address. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm so glad that I ate before I got on this podcast, because I just knew I would be hungry. And you know what? Even though I ate before I got on this podcast, I'm still hangry. So, because I'm thinking about strawberries and tres leche and all this other stuff, and I just want to die. Okay, so it's going to be Amanda first, then Cindy, Courtney, and Dana. So, Amanda, you first.
All right. So, mine is from... I think I have two old ones. I think my other one's an older one, too. So, this one's from October 20th of 2016, and it was from ABC 13.
Okay.
And this is from Cypress, Texas.
Oh, shit. I already know where this is going. Fucking
We've
Cypress.
done this one before.
Cypress, Texas.
All right, so a teenager is on the run after leaving a literal paper trail at a robbery. Have we done this one?
No.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to say Daniel. Let's he's dumb. Let's not ruin him. So Daniel, who's 18, allegedly stole $2,000 from a home during a robbery earlier this month in Northwest Harris County. So, the Harris County deputies say a resident called 911 after he spotted a person wearing a ski mask in his home at about 10 p.m. on October 14th. The intruder ran out of the house and the resident chased him. During the chase, the suspect turned towards the resident and pulled out what appeared to be a gun at him. At that point, the homeowner gave up the chase and just went home. Smart.
Yeah, you said what appeared to be a gun, so I'm just really curious about what that actually was.
I don't think we really know.
Oh,
So
I thought since it was a paper trail, it was one of those like gender reveal things where it like bang.
boom, it's a boy. Alright, so the deputies say that the intruder took $2,000 in cash and other items from the home. Who has $2,000 in cash in the home?
I don't know, man, but they need. I need $2,000 in cash. Shit.
Me too.
I'll do the same thing with my gender reveal gun. Give me all of $2,000. Bang! It's a girl, bitch.
Confetti. Alright, so when the deputies arrived, they found a traffic ticket and a cell phone near the spot where the suspect had reportedly pulled the gun during the chase.
Like where? So where else is he going to put it? Of course, he left it there.
Yeah, so
He's going to go back and get it.
obviously his name and everything were on the ticket, and he got charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. And his bond was set at $30,000.
Over 2,000,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel.
Dumbass. Leave a traffic ticket and your cell phone at the crime scene.
Seriously,
Good
was he wearing white shoes?
I have no idea what shoes he's wearing. He was wearing a ski mask though, so we don't really know what his face looks like.
So I don't know why, but this is bringing me back to that one scene in Barry where Barry is like robbing somebody, and then he pulls his ski mask off while he was robbing.
That was like at the beginning, because I saw that one.
No, that was like season 2.
Oh, I think I've seen past season 2.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
That story reminds me of the person that went in and wrote a note to the bank, basically saying, "Please give me all your money," and it was their own check. And so when, of course, they gave him the money, but when they flipped it around, they had all his information on the check.
Wow.
Good job, bravo.
Very smart, very smart.
Please tell me y'all's telling that story.
You know what? I've seen that story. I saw one similar. I saw somebody do it on the back of their birth certificate.
Oh no!
Come on.
Wow.
There's some smart ones out there.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. No wonder they couldn't get a job. So, Cindy, what do you have?
So mine is an oldie also, and since we're from Jersey, of course, I had to dig into the Jersey archives.
Nice.
And I found this. It's from November 17th of 2014
Wow,
on
that's old.
Jersey.com,
Okay.
which is a news source out here. So, Hackettstown man found in a whopper of trouble over the weekend. Mount Olive police gave him a courtesy ride to Burger King, discovered that he had marijuana. Shortly after 1:30, Officer Michael was dispatched to Wolf Road because somebody reported a dispute between a man and his taxi driver. And after everything was resolved, Richard, 27-year-old Richard, asked the officer, "Can you give me a lift to the local Burger King?" So the cop said, "Sure." But of course, he had to pat him down before he got him in the police car. And during the pat down, he had some weed on him.
Wow.
And of course, he got a second courtesy ride to lockup.
I mean,
Of course, marijuana now is legal recreationally in Jersey, so that's why I said this one's an oldie.
Yeah.
but his name was Dick.
I love it.
His name was Dick.
And he's really smart. But see, he also had his marijuana and he was on his way to Burger King, you said?
Burger King.
He had the munchies.
Yeah, it all tracks. Not great decision making. Headed for some munchies.
Now, I did hear that I could be wrong because I don't really eat at Burger King anymore, but I did hear that the chicken nuggets were like akin to like raccoon. That's what
What?
Like, there were like
No, did I hear that correctly?
I almost said nipples. What the fuck?
Raccoon nipples are what Burger King sells, is what she's trying to say.
Cindy, I'm gonna need a Google verification on this.
No, I heard that they were like raccoon paws. Like the people were like saying, "Hey, that's not actually chicken. That's raccoon meat." But it's paws.
Oh my god!
Question would be, when did they have raccoon?
Right.
To make that judgment. I mean, did they sit with like a bowl of raccoon nuggets and chicken nuggets to verify the difference?
Listen, people are eating probably raccoon, so like, let's not get it twisted.
I mean, we are from Texas.
That does not
So.
surprise.
Like, I didn't want to say that, but like, I was like, probably maybe you could go ask a neighbor or something if they ever had any raccoon meat.
It's so cool though, because like the neighborhood I live in, it's so cool. Like we moved from like what they consider a sundown town or an old sundown town, and they all had like these Trump flags everywhere. And then we moved here, and everybody's about Beto O'Rourke, and I'm like, yes, yes, I'm home.
All right, so you found your niche, you know, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, even still, though, I could probably still go up next door and be like, hey, have you ever had roadkill? But, I mean, they would be liberal about it. So, I'm kidding. I hate Texas. So, this one came from rings.com for some reason. But it's ring and then 5s's.com. So there's an ad about how to secure more funding, and the title of this headline, oh, this woman. Okay, that's not the title of the headline. I'm just seeing her picture and I'm like, holy shit. Wow. So
the next guy.
This one's called Naked Woman Chases Jehovah's Witnesses Off of Her Porch and Down the Street Yelling, Succumb to My Devil Vagina Magic.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, this one was October 17th of this year, so about a week before Halloween, so it makes sense. Now, this is... No, that's not what we're working with. Okay, this is who we're working with right here. That is the lady.
That was chasing y'all.
Certainly wouldn't know which way she's coming or going.
Listen, I want you to look at this face and remember that she wants you to succumb to her vagina devil magic.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know if y'all chose this because y'all listen to the podcast. Y'all know I grew up Jehovah's Witness, right?
Oh shit! Now,
imagine being chased by that.
I love it. She loves being chased by vagina magic.
Every day.
well, the good news is that this was in California, so it's Fillmore, California. I like that name, Fillmore.
Yeah.
Fillmore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Fillmore.
Fillmore. So, Brandy Williams has been taken to Ventura County Jail after an altercation involving two Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm sorry, Cindy. Miss Williams was seen running naked after two young men on bicycles who were going door to door to spread the message of Christ in her neighborhood. Quote, Miss Williams thought it would be funny to answer the door in the nude and shock these young men. The two men sat stunned for a brief moment before returning to their bicycles. They are familiar with folks being rude. What Miss Williams did next went a little too far. And that was from a deputy, Sheriff McEwen. So the men, Luke and John, are used to people being rude, slamming doors, even yelling at them. But for a naked woman to greet them at the door, that was quite a shock. And you know what? I empathize. So their message was not going to be heard at this house, and it was time to move on to the next one. So when the men went to return their bikes, Brandy wasn't yet done trying to get under their skin. A nude Brandy started speaking of her vagina and the, quote, devil's magic it contained.
Sorry.
Honestly, it feels justified at this point.
Quote, take a... I feel really uncomfortable saying this, but I'm going to say it.
Oh no, how bad it can be.
Not an extra.
Probably not really that bad, but quote, take a good look at my pussy. Succumb to my devil vagina magic, end quote. This got the attention of the pair of men. So, like, before I continue, this is how you get a guy. They began to fear what may happen next and began to pedal away. Me too. Brandy took off after them, but did not make it too far, as neighbors had already informed police of an altercation involving their neighbor and the two young men. She was apprehended without incident, and after having their statements taken, the men were free to go to spread the word of God. And it's saying that you may like belly fat removal without surgery in Dallas. The price might surprise you.
The power of Christ compels you.
Right. There's also an option for a new light bulb camera for both monitoring and lighting. And G4 by Golpa. Permanent teeth in 24 hours. Back to you, John. So, that's my story.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Cindy.
I was like, oh, she they really listen. We don't
No, actually, I have a thing. So, I don't think all Jehovah's Witnesses are bad. I really don't. I do know that several people have claimed that it is a cult. Mm-hmm. I cannot confirm or deny that. That is their thing. I am just Courtney, sitting here being neutral. So.
As a person who grew up in religion, I believe all organized religion tends to be very cultish in a general statement.
I agree.
That's the official statement of this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Two people who have been traumatized by religion for our entire childhoods. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My religion is Bob Ross. So
I'm into the vagina religion, devil magic. I'm into that, I think.
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know.
I want to get on a mailing list at least.
Like, is it compelling? Like, I want to know.
Sounds compelling.
Like, the vagina compels you.
The power of Christ.
Okay.
Somebody said that earlier. I got to give who said that earlier. The power of Christ. One of y'all said the power of Christ. That was you. Okay, Dana. Good, Dana.
Dana, part of our prayer. What is the one line in our prayer during our podcast?
We say prayer before we eat our food to thank our patrons, And we say, under the power of the V, amen.
Well, now you have a story.
We change it to the devil's vagina magic. I've called it something different every time I've said it at this point, but I'm into it.
All right, do you have a story for us, Dana?
I do. So this story I found it on the New York Post.
Okay.
It happened in June 2022, so just a few months ago. An unidentified couple were driving together in their car when they had an accident when they smashed head-on with a FedEx driver in Fort Lauderdale. Both vehicles were badly damaged, and when you look at the pictures, you can see the car was a head-on collision. There was damage everywhere, glass broken, whatever, and that there were 4 people sitting or lying on the ground outside of where the accident was. Right. When police arrived on the scene, they were helping 2 of the victims from the SUV that hit the FedEx driver, and both of them were partially naked, which in a word is odd, maybe. So when you do look at the photos, someone is being attended to by rescue services, EMS or whatever, and he's laying on the ground. His pants are around his ankles, and he had sustained injuries to his groin due to the circumstances of the crash.
So now I know where this podcast is themed. I told you it's either around food or penis.
Always food or penis. Or vagina, apparently.
Yeah, right. So the usual circumstances of the crash were that allegedly the driver had maybe momentarily forgot that he was behind the wheel because he was receiving fellatio from his partner.
YOLO.
How do we know this? Because the driver's penis was nearly bitten off, presumably as a reaction to the crash. But fortunately, the 2 occupants from the FedEx truck were just only minor injuries.
It's like a whole new fear.
I don't know.
Obviously.
I sometimes don't know if I'm the only one that ever feels this way or not. If y'all ever feel this way, please just put your hands up. Whatever. I don't care. But I've never had a penis. But anytime I hear about somebody having an injury to their penis, I automatically just cringe and hold it. It's like I can tell how that would feel. Do y'all feel that?
I mean, it certainly does. Like, I mean, I feel that way whenever they like are around me. But like, or I see even a picture of one, I'm like, ooh, yikes.
I just can almost feel like my balls getting shoved up my belly, and I don't even have balls. Like, why? Am I penis psychic? Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Phantom limb, yeah.
Yes, that. Maybe that.
Nail in the past life.
Maybe.
It's possible. So I'm sorry to that dude, but I'm glad that he got his car head on. I'm just.
That used to be so painful. Oh my gosh! Could you? No, I don't want to imagine. Never mind.
I am imagining it. I can still feel it.
Can you imagine? That would hurt so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the pictures are like aerial pictures, and the guy's like laying on the ground. It's very funny.
The poor guy. I'm not laughing at him. I'm not.
He's okay. Himself, I think he was enjoying himself.
Good. I'm so glad. Amanda, what do you got?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
So, just so you guys can have some reference of what my man looks like. Hold on. It takes me a second.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, there's this thing where they say that like if you can see the whites around your eyes,
yeah.
I don't remember what that term is called, but like that typically means that you're going to have an early death or something.
Oh,
and that's all that of that guy. So
usually means you're on something.
That too,
dude. I was at my mom's yesterday, and we had to take 2 cars to go to lunch, and we were like coming home, and there was this man walking in the middle of the road. Not like on the side, like middle of the road. And this is a 2-lane country road.
I believe it.
So walking. And we had to like go down to like 3 miles an hour. So I didn't want to like accidentally hit him or anything. So I like slowed all the way down. He didn't even notice me. Didn't look in my direction. Nothing. Just a glazed over. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I like call 911? Like, what do I do?
I see that all the time. What are you talking about? Like, this is always in our area.
So we have a 4-lane major roadway, and I was driving down, and there was a guy that was running in and out of the middle of the street, just going back and forth, just
oh my god.
So of course we were like, multiple people had called in to 911 because I called it in, and they were on their way. Like, you could see the lights finally like coming up to go get him, because he was just randomly and yelling,
playing chicken,
just like running in and out of the road. And this is a road that you would not normally survive, but everybody was like, this is
slowing down.
Yeah, everybody slowed down for him.
So we covered a story about a guy that did something similar, but you said playing chicken, and it reminded me that he was actually playing Frogger. Do you remember that, Amanda?
Yes, I do. The guy playing Frogger, yes, in the middle of the road.
That's very, very dumb.
I know.
He was featured on Not So Nefarious Criminals.
Very dumb. But like, I am intrigued, I'll be honest with you. That actually does sound fun.
Sometimes these crimes are just so like Whoa. I would never do that. But then you kind of wonder what it would be like.
That's not fun at all.
No.
Dana could definitely be featured on one of these articles.
Do what?
Dana could definitely be featured on one of these.
If you want to like talk about any of the shit I did between the ages of like 13 and 20, I'm sure articles of me on here somewhere.
Those are the stories that we usually feature on our personal Patreon.
I was a very good decision maker back in the day.
You know what? That's okay. I wasn't either. I think that all of us have those skeletons. It's all good.
Excuse me, I was a perfect child. I mean, ask my mother. Don't ask my mother, please. Honestly, it was a very good child. Now, my 4 older brothers.
That's why you were a good child, because you have 4 older brothers.
Exactly. And I saw what they did. And I said,
I was a horrible kid. Why am I going to lie about that? I'm not. Somehow I never went to jail. But
Dana can't do this thing.
And I was
go to jail.
I've never been to jail, but I was a shit.
I've been to jail, but I didn't go to jail. You know what I mean?
Dana still counts. How did the handcuffs feel?
I was into it. It was fun.
Oh, y'all are fun. I love y'all.
My second story, I completely forgot what it was about. And it was the one I mentioned earlier. About him, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read it because it's almost the same as yours, but it's different and it's funny. So we're going to go with it.
Okay.
All right. So I already showed you guys his very wide eyes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wide. Okay. So a Missouri man has pled guilty to robbing a local Bank of America branch using a demand note written on the back of his own birth certificate.
Oh, shit.
Gosh.
While he was wearing an ankle monitor.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Where was he from?
Missouri.
Okay.
So my biggest, is it bad that my biggest issue is how are you defacing your birth certificate? Those things are expensive sometimes.
Yeah. Too.
Pain in the ass like that when you have to go.
Did you see him?
I know. I mean, but there's so many. I mean, you can find a CVS receipt anywhere. They're long as fuck.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of paper there. I mean,
but save those extra bucks though.
Yeah.
You definitely should save those. Oh man. So birth certificate and ankle monitor.
So my wife used to work at a bank, and she said she had one person that came up with a note to the one lady that speaks Spanish, and she's like, I don't speak English, and turned around and acted like she didn't speak English. And somebody else had to handle the whole thing.
No hablo español. No hablo inglés. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Turned around and walked away from the guy.
Wow.
What are they gonna do? Okay. Ooh, okay. So he did it all. He admitted to the authorities to prove a point to his lover, though it's unclear from court records precisely what point he was trying to make. So apparently he did all this to prove a point to his lover.
Honestly, I could see how easily that could get out of hand. Like, you wouldn't dare. And I'm like, bitch, yes, I would. That shit would get out of hand. So easy.
Triple dog dare me.
Yeah. Those eyes, you know he was ready to go.
She probably said, I want breakfast, and he was like, bet.
Got you.
So Michael Lloyd entered his plea to one count of bank robbery in federal court on Friday, whatever that was. And a criminal complaint on file in the Western District of Missouri explains the incident as an unknown white male wearing a gray cutoff t-shirt, wearing blue gym shorts, and an orange shoe on his right foot.
Okay.
So I guess he was barefoot on the... I don't know. It just says he was wearing one orange shoe.
He would be really hard to miss.
I didn't read all this before. So the unsub had multiple tattoos on both his left and right arms. The unsub approached the teller, presented the note, and it said, "Give your money now. Don't say anything. I have a partner outside." The teller who received the note will be deferred as DD. So DD took the note from the unsub, grabbed the money from one of the teller drawers at the teller station. DD was occupying, and then DD handed the money and the demand note over to the unsub, who took the money and demand note, turned away from the teller counter, and exited the Bank of America. So the investigators determined that the then unidentified unsub had used a black Dodge Ram pickup truck as a getaway vehicle. Blah, 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 blah. The authorities said that he quickly confessed after waiving his Miranda rights. And Lloyd said he threw his birth certificate and ID out the window as he fled.
Wow.
Man, this guy is...
He also left a paper trail.
Just
literally.
I have a theme today, apparently.
Yeah.
Feel gun.
So,
Did you just say Dr. Feelgood? Did I?
Dr. Feelgood.
That's what I thought I heard. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. So he said he began passing police cars driven by officers who were responding to the robbery. When he saw them, he became scared and started throwing money out the window. And
What?
continued to drive.
It's not a fucking hot air balloon. You don't need to lose weight out of it.
Yeah, he then texted his roommate and told her to tell the police that her truck had been stolen.
Oh my god.
He also told her to start listening to the police scanner. He then called his lover, Ashley, to tell her what he had done.
Oh, Ashley. Poor Ashley.
Lloyd told the investigators that he was expected to receive prison time and that he would take full responsibility for whatever punishment he was to receive. The sum total that he got from Bank of America was $754.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's
So not worth it.
Oh, right. So his maximum possible sentence is 20 years.
I knew it.
Oh, because it's a federal crime.
Yep.
Bank involved.
why would you steal? Why would you steal? But like, why would you like go big? Go bigger than like $750 at least.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I would be embarrassed to be like, well, I'm serving 20 years in prison. Why? Because I stole $750. Like that would be like, so did you rob a McDonald's? Like,
Oh, my dumb guy. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, poor guy.
that poor guy.
It happens.
It's always a Lloyd though. I have a Lloyd story, but I'm not going to go there here. But his last name was Lloyd, and so was his first name. Yeah, he was weird.
I gave you the head tilt. Sorry.
Sydney, are you ready?
I'm ready for you.
All right.
So here it is. Statements provided by County Sheriff Frank to the Jersey Journal and then featured in the New York Post, which is actually where I found the article. So here you go. This one's a very recent one. 27-year-old Ziama Johnson applied for employment as a security guard with the Hudson County Sheriff's Office. When she was called into the station for an interview, the former post office worker excitedly went to the interview, but did not expect to be arrested on Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. Prior to applying for the job, she was wanted for failure to appear in court for pending fraud charges in PA, 10 bench warrants for failure to appear to court on traffic charges in Jersey City. Upon arrest and inventory of her things, she had 2 credit cards believed to have been stolen. So she's also now facing additional fraud charges and credit card theft. Since the arrest, the USPS, the post office, is also doing an investigation on her while she was working with them. She was being held in Hudson County Jail in Kearney, awaiting extradition to Monroe County in PA. So it's all new. So she's, last I looked at when we were going to record, she was still locked up and waiting for her court hearings.
Oh shit!
No!
Wow.
Yeah, but she actually applied to work for the sheriff's office, even though she had multiple warrants waiting for her. The first line of the article said she was able to close at least one case, her own. The New York Post has no chill.
No, your New York Post will just say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
I love getting articles from them. They're the best.
You're funny.
I am gonna say one thing. So they posted, I think it was the Post, posted how when Trump was announced that he was running for office, on the bottom of the post it said Florida man announced his running for president, and that was not until page 27 that they said, no, businessman Donald Trump is running for office, not former president, nothing like that. That's why I love the New York Post, because they just have no chill.
Oh,
They
man.
want freedom of the press.
Wow.
Mhm.
Florida man. Right? But your story also reminded me of this kid that I knew that stole a lot from Nordstrom and then applied for Nordstrom to work at Nordstrom after they stole.
No. Well, they probably needed clothes to wear.
Well, let's just say maybe he was figuring, instead of the 5-finger discount, maybe I'll use the real discount if I get higher.
Yeah.
Maybe he was going legit.
Yeah, hopefully paying them back. Or maybe they were making him work for, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I have 2, and I'll let you kind of choose between number 1 and number 2. So majority rules. So who's choosing 1 and who's choosing 2?
Just pick 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Just pick 1 or 2. 1.
Okay.
You're choosing 1 also?
1 is fine, sure.
Everybody's choosing 1?
Yep.
Okay. Shit. They're both good. Okay. I'll save the other one for next time. This one's Fox News.
Oh, no. Pick 2. Pick 2.
Well, so this one...
Laugh at what Fox News has to say here.
This is Fox News. This one was published December 9th of this year, so this was like a couple of days ago. It was published at 3:52 p.m. Eastern time, so that would have been about 2:52 p.m. our time when it was posted. So, wait, hold on, Eastern. East is my right. Yeah, okay, so...
Subtract an hour.
Yeah. So this one's by Adam Sabes, I think, from Fox News. The headline, it shows a video, but I'm not going to play the video, although this guy's got a hell of a buzz cut. You know what? I'll just show you. This is the guy. This is him. He's got a buzz cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, look at him. Was he in the military?
He looks like a dick. Okay, so Florida man sets police car on fire, claims he does stupid things when getting drunk, says police. Yeah.
Well,
So, a man in Florida allegedly set a sheriff's patrol car on fire and told deputies that he was intoxicated at the time. The incident happened just before 5 p.m., which would have been like 4 p.m. my time, when this happened. On Wednesday, according to the Hernando County Sheriff's Office, which said that Anthony Thomas Tarduno admitted to setting the patrol car on fire. Tarduno told detectives that he was drinking at a bar in Springdale, Florida, and walked out shortly before 4:30 p.m. And when he was walking, the man saw a patrol vehicle and just decided that he'd like to set it on fire, said the sheriff.
Jesus.
The 21 biggest jerks in Hollywood. Okay, so the man got a bag of... Shows Ellen DeGeneres and Jennifer Aniston. Okay, cool. Nice. The man got a bag of garbage from a dumpster, placed it under the patrol car, and lit the trash on fire, officials said. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, that'll get it done.
I'm not going to read that ad because that is horrible. That's horrible. But basically, this ad says Florida man charged with blank, blank, blank neighbors over laundry room dispute. Quote, lost my temper. But that's not what we're reading. So after allegedly setting the patrol car on fire, the sheriff's office said that Tarduno went back to the bar, but later returned to the crime scene to confess because he felt bad.
There's a guilty conscience.
The 21 biggest jerks of all. What the fuck, dude? I don't care. Deputy said that when Tarduno explained his actions, he told detectives that he was intoxicated at the time and does stupid things when he's drunk. Florida man arrested after having public sex with a dog? Wow. Not reading that. The sheriff's office said that the trash was placed directly under the gas tank, which caused severe damage to the car when it was lit on fire. Officials say that Tarduno was cooperative with deputies who said that he was a professional arsonist, who has been convicted of similar crimes, but he didn't target the patrol car and claimed he would have set fire to any car in the location. The 21 biggest jerks of okay. So, just so you guys know, Adam Saves is a writer for Fox News Digital, and if you want to send some story tips, you can send it to his email. I'm not going to read his email, but he's also on Twitter as whatever that says. There are some sponsored stories like here are 23 of the coolest gifts for 2022, and a 3-foot wide house sells for $260K, and this is what it looks like inside. Nobody cares. Okay. Yeah, I love how like Dana and Cindy are both just sitting there like, what did we get into?
I was actually taking a picture of us laughing.
I love when you read all the ads.
I can't believe it said 23 of the year's Hollywood jerks or whatever, like 3 times. Like,
I know, I was like, wait, I'm so confused about what's happening here.
They literally showed Ellen DeGeneres and Jennifer Aniston like three times.
Wow.
Like, see,
He really doesn't like them.
I guess not.
But they're not together.
That gadget does look really cool. So, Dana, do you have anything for us?
I do have one more story for you.
Whoop, whoop.
This is from the motherofallnerds.com, but I saw it on like a bunch of different places, and I also even found a YouTube video.
Okay.
Because I was a little like, wait, what? But I don't exactly know a timeline. I think it might be 2019. Okay. But the Florida man that I want to tell you about is a little different from the ones we're used to hearing about. This Florida man's name is Philip Joseph, and he decided that he wants his dog to live forever because, like all of us, he loves his dog too much and he can't let it die.
Oh, no.
So Philip had an idea to help get his dog everlasting life. He decided he was going to kidnap Ryan Lockhart, a doctor and scientist from the University of South Florida. And Dr. Lockhart's family noticed that he was missing and notified the police. And Dr. Lockhart, he was found alive, thankfully. Dr. Lockhart and the police end up not pressing charges for kidnapping because they understand the love that some of us have for our furry friends.
That's sweet.
So when Philip later spoke to a reporter, he said, I just get so anxious when I think that my dog is going to die someday. He's all I have, and I can't let him die. So scientists, Dr. Lockhart and the scientists at the University of South Florida have also agreed to try to figure out a way to make his dog immortal, even though they might not be successful.
Oh, come on.
That
was life.
First of all, that is like the sweetest story I've heard, but I also had to laugh because it went a completely different turn than I was expecting. Like, I thought that they were going to, like, I don't know, perform taxidermy.
I was thinking too.
Well, I was worried when you were talking about the dog thing a minute ago. I was like, oh no, I wonder if this is the same thing.
No. I was just like, that is a sweet story. Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing because honestly, nobody has brought a story to this podcast like that except for maybe Amanda or myself. And I'm like, thank you.
I mean, kidnap a man.
No, like it's one of those, like sometimes like we like to pull out the heartwarming stuff too. And that one, I mean, don't kidnap people, but like that was heartwarming.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and at least you didn't kidnap somebody's dog. I was getting scared. I was like, wait, what? No, leave that dog alone.
Yeah.
No.
I love it.
It was a palate cleanser.
This was a very good one.
Yeah.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. Could you please tell like maybe the negative 5 people now that are listening where they can find you on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff?
We try to make it easy, so we're Crime Diner Pod on all the socials.
Nice.
So, and then they can find us on any podcast app. At one point, we were Wine Dine and Storytime, so they can even search us out at Wine Dine and Storytime. But we are the Crime Diner now.
Nice. I had a question and I completely forgot because that's just how shitty I am. So, do y'all know what our sign off is? Because if you do, we would like for y'all to sign us off.
I don't.
I'll give you a hint. It is our old sign off.
That was helpful.
Because I was thinking of the dick. Oh, don't be a dick.
Wear deodorant.
You got it. I just put some on actually.
That one.
Oh, good.
Remember that one, Cindy?
I do. Because all I kept thinking about was the bees.
Oh yeah, that's our new sign off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, I can't remember the exact wording, but I remember there's bees.
Man, our podcast has really like changed a lot.
Yeah, that happens.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm actually really, really happy with where it's going now. A lot of people told us that it was like very wacky in the beginning, and yeah, now I'm like, please don't listen to season 1. It sucks.
Yeah, I do that too about the first, 40 episodes we had.
And then every bad
back
review that we get, they're like, I just heard the first episode and I hate this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't review a podcast after listening to one episode.
No.
Especially not the first one.
Yeah, especially the first one. Listen to the most recent episode, see how you feel, and then go back if you like it.
Yeah, my favorite one was, I heard this podcast, and granted, it was from July of 2021, so I might come back and give it a chance. It's like, wow. Yeah, she's like, I only will give them 2 stars because they're from Dallas.
Well, thanks.
All right.
You want us to say that, or?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's don't be a dick and wear deodorant?
Yes. Don't be a dick. Wear deodorant.
All right. You want me to go first, then you go second?
Go for it.
All right. Don't be a dick.
Wear deodorant.
Yeah.